The golden age of Hollywood was a dazzling era of glitz, glamour, and larger-than-life stars who captivated audiences worldwide. Yet beneath the polished surface lay rigid societal norms and an unforgiving industry that demanded perfection. For many actors, this meant concealing their true identities, including their sexual orientation, to protect their careers and reputations. Fear of public backlash, career destruction, and studio interference forced some of the most iconic figures in Hollywood to lead secret lives. Today, we're uncovering the hidden stories of 27 legendary stars who thrived in the spotlight while carefully guarding a part of their truth. Rock Hudson. Rock Hudson, one of the most iconic leading men of Hollywood's golden age, captivated audiences with his charm and good looks in romantic classics like Pillow Talk and All That Heaven Allows. Behind his dashing on-screen persona, however, Hudson lived a closeted life, concealing his sexuality to maintain his career in an era when being openly gay could mean professional and social ruin. Studio executives carefully crafted his public image as a heartthrob, even arranging a brief marriage to his agent's secretary to deflect rumors. Despite the pressures of living a double life, Hudson remained a beloved figure in Hollywood. In 1985, Hudson's battle with AIDS became public, making him one of the first celebrities to bring widespread attention to the epidemic. His bravery in facing the disease helped to reduce stigma and increased awareness, leaving a legacy of compassion and courage that extended beyond his film career. Cary Grant. Cary Grant, one of Hollywood's most iconic actors, was known for his suave demeanor and unforgettable roles in films like North by Northwest and An Affair to Remember. Despite his public image as a ladies' man, rumors about Grant's personal life persisted for decades. Much speculation centered around his close relationship with fellow actor Randolph Scott, with whom he shared a home for several years. The two were often photographed together, and their apparent camaraderie led to whispers about the true nature of their bond. While Grant never publicly addressed these rumors during his lifetime, his personal relationships remained a topic of intrigue. Studio executives went to great lengths to maintain his image as a romantic lead, reflecting the rigid societal norms of the era. Regardless of the speculation, Grant's undeniable talent and charm solidified his legacy as one of Hollywood's greatest leading men. Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando, a legendary actor renowned for his transformative performances in A Streetcar Named Desire and The Godfather, was also known for his fluid approach to relationships. In private circles, Brando was open about his liaisons with men, including well-known figures in Hollywood and beyond. In later interviews, he acknowledged these relationships, famously stating, "Like a large number of men, I too have had homosexual experiences, and I am not ashamed." During his prime, however, Brando carefully guarded his private life to protect his career. His charisma and unconventional attitude made him a magnetic figure, but the era's restrictive norms left little room for public acceptance of his identity. Brando's openness later in life helped to shed light on the fluidity of sexuality and challenge the rigid expectations of Hollywood, cementing his place not just as an acting icon, but also as a complex, multifaceted individual. James Dean. James Dean, a cultural icon whose short life left an indelible mark on Hollywood, was as enigmatic off-screen as he was on-screen. Known for his rebellious roles in films like Rebel Without a Cause and East of Eden, Dean's personal life was shrouded in mystery. Rumors of relationships with men, including his close friendships with screenwriter Bill Bast and actor Clifton Webb, have fueled speculation about his sexuality for decades. While Dean never publicly addressed these rumors, he once cryptically stated, "No, I am not a homosexual, but I am also not going to go through life with one hand tied behind my back." His statement hinted at a fluid approach to identity, a concept far ahead of its time. Dean's tragic death at the age of 24 left many questions unanswered, but his legacy as a trailblazer in Hollywood continues to inspire discussions about identity and authenticity. Greta Garbo. Greta Garbo, the enigmatic star of classics like Camille and Anna Karenina, was a Hollywood icon renowned for her mystique. Garbo famously shunned the spotlight, choosing a private life over the typical glitz and glamour of stardom. While she was romantically linked to men like actor John Gilbert, rumors about her relationships with women, including playwright Mercedes de Acosta, have persisted for decades. Letters between Garbo and de Acosta revealed a deep and intimate connection, fueling speculation about the true nature of their bond. Garbo never publicly addressed these rumors, maintaining her legendary secrecy until her death. Her decision to keep her private life intensely guarded only added to her allure, leaving fans and historians to piece together fragments of her story. Despite the era's rigid expectations, Garbo's timeless appeal and insistence on privacy challenged Hollywood's norms and cemented her legacy as a cinematic and cultural icon. Katherine Hepburn. Katherine Hepburn, one of Hollywood's most celebrated actresses, was known for her fierce independence and groundbreaking performances in films like The Philadelphia Story and Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Hepburn defied the traditional expectations placed on women in Hollywood, embracing a confident, androgynous persona that set her apart from her contemporaries. While Hepburn's long-term companionship with Spencer Tracy was widely publicized, private discussions often linked her to women, including her close friendship with socialite Laura Harding. Biographer Scotty Bowers later claimed Hepburn had relationships with multiple women during her lifetime, although Hepburn herself never addressed these rumors. Her strong-willed, unconventional approach to life made her a trailblazer, both on and off the screen. Regardless of the speculation about her private life, Hepburn's enduring talent and fearless individuality solidified her as a symbol of empowerment and authenticity in Hollywood's golden age. Montgomery Clift. Montgomery Clift, a brooding and talented actor celebrated for roles in A Place in the Sun and From Here to Eternity, was one of Hollywood's most complex figures. While he became a heartthrob for millions, Clift's private life was marked by struggles with his identity. In an era where being openly gay could destroy a career, Clift lived a double life, carefully hiding his relationships with men. Clift's close friendships with figures like Elizabeth Taylor provided him with a circle of support, but his inner turmoil often led to self-destructive behavior. A near-fatal car accident in 1956 left him physically and emotionally scarred, further exacerbating his struggles. Despite the pressures of his time, Clift's talent and vulnerability brought a raw authenticity to his performances, inspiring a generation of actors. His life remains a poignant reminder of the personal battles faced by LGBTQ+ individuals in a restrictive society. Barbara Stanwyck. Barbara Stanwyck, a revered actress known for her powerful performances in films like Double Indemnity and Stella Dallas, was a trailblazer in Hollywood. Throughout her career, Stanwyck maintained a carefully curated public image, presenting herself as a heterosexual woman. However, rumors of her relationships with women, including actresses like Tallulah Bankhead, were persistent within the industry. Stanwyck's 2 marriages, both to men, ended in divorce, further fueling speculation about her personal life. Known for her guarded nature, Stanwyck never publicly addressed these rumors, choosing instead to focus on her craft and cementing her place as one of the most versatile actresses of her time. Despite the era's strict norms, Stanwyck's refusal to conform fully to Hollywood's expectations and her independence both on and off-screen made her a standout figure. Her story reflects the challenges many LGBTQ+ individuals faced in concealing their true selves while navigating an unforgiving industry. Anthony Perkins. Anthony Perkins, best known for his chilling portrayal of Norman Bates in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, was a talented actor whose sexuality was an open secret within the industry. In a time when being openly gay could end a career, Perkins was forced to conceal his relationships with men while cultivating a public persona that aligned with Hollywood's expectations. Perkins reportedly had romantic relationships with notable figures such as actor Tab Hunter and composer Stephen Sondheim. Despite his private struggles, he married photographer Barry Berenson in 1973, and the couple had 2 children, adding to the ambiguity surrounding his personal life. Perkins' life came to a tragic end in 1992 when he died from complications related to AIDS, a diagnosis he kept secret until his passing. His story remains a poignant reminder of the difficulties faced by LGBTQ+ individuals in Hollywood during the mid-20th century. Sal Mineo. Sal Mineo, the Oscar-nominated actor from Rebel Without a Cause, was one of the first actors in Hollywood to live more openly as a gay man later in his life. During his rise to fame, Mineo faced immense pressure to hide his sexuality, as the conservative atmosphere of the 1950s and 1960s made it nearly impossible for openly gay actors to thrive in the industry. After his career began to decline in the 1960s, Mineo became more candid about his personal life, taking on roles in theater and low-budget films where his sexuality was less of a barrier. Tragically, in 1976, Mineo was stabbed to death during a robbery, cutting short his life and potential for further advocacy. Mineo's courage to live authentically, even in a hostile environment, paved the way for greater representation and acceptance in Hollywood, making him an enduring symbol of resilience and authenticity. Ramon Novarro. Ramon Novarro, a matinee idol of the silent film era, rose to fame with roles in films like Ben-Hur, 1925. Known for his striking good looks and on-screen charisma, Novarro was one of the most popular actors of his time. However, behind his public persona, he lived as a closeted gay man in an era when homosexuality was taboo and could ruin a career. Novarro's personal life remained shrouded in secrecy, and he struggled with the pressure of concealing his identity. Tragically, in 1968, Novarro was murdered in his Los Angeles home by two brothers who believed he had a large sum of cash hidden there. The brutal crime exposed the struggles he faced as a closeted gay man, bringing attention to the risks and isolation many in the LGBTQ+ community experienced at the time. Despite his untimely death, Novarro's legacy as a talented actor and pioneer of early Hollywood endures. His story remains a reminder of the challenges faced by LGBTQ+ individuals in navigating fame and identity. Cole Porter. Cole Porter, one of the most prolific and celebrated composers of the 20th century, created timeless musicals such as Anything Goes and Kiss Me, Kate. While his catchy songs and clever lyrics earned him widespread acclaim, Porter's personal life was a carefully guarded secret. His sexuality was an open secret among creative circles, but he maintained a marriage to socialite Linda Lee Thomas, a union that provided a shield against public scrutiny. Porter's privileged status allowed him to live more freely than many of his contemporaries, often hosting lavish parties with a diverse guest list. However, the need to conceal his relationships with men from the broader public underscored the constraints of the time. Porter's immense contributions to music and theater remain influential, and his story highlights the delicate balance LGBTQ+ figures in Hollywood and beyond had to maintain between authenticity and societal expectations. Dorothy Arzner. Dorothy Arzner broke barriers as Hollywood's first female director during the Golden Age, helming films like The Wild Party and Christopher Strong. A trailblazer in the male-dominated industry, Arzner was also notable for living openly with her partner, choreographer Marion Morgan, in private circles. While she never publicly labeled her sexuality, her relationships with women were well known among her peers. Arzner's confidence and independence set her apart, and she became a role model for women both on and off the screen. Her career flourished during the 1920s and 1930s, and she later transitioned to teaching film, mentoring future greats like Francis Ford Coppola. Dorothy Arzner's legacy is one of resilience and innovation. Her ability to succeed in Hollywood while subtly challenging its rigid norms remains an inspiration for both women and LGBTQ+ individuals in the entertainment industry. Tallulah Bankhead. Tallulah Bankhead, known for her captivating performances in films like Lifeboat and her larger-than-life personality, was one of Hollywood's most outspoken and unconventional stars. Famous for her husky voice and sharp wit, Bankhead openly defied societal norms with her bold attitude toward sexuality. She was rumored to have relationships with both men and women, including notable figures such as actress Greta Garbo and writer Mercedes de Acosta. Bankhead's unapologetic embrace of her identity made her a polarizing figure in an era of rigid moral expectations. Despite, or perhaps because of, her audacious lifestyle, she remained a magnetic presence, both on and off the screen. Her private relationships, while never explicitly confirmed, added to her mystique and rebellious reputation. Bankhead's fearlessness and individuality made her a trailblazer for authenticity in a repressive era. Her legacy endures as a symbol of courage and defiance against societal constraints. Anne Bannon, a pioneering author and screenwriter, became an unexpected voice for LGBTQ+ identity during the conservative mid-20th century. Known as the Queen of Lesbian Pulp Fiction, Bannon wrote a series of groundbreaking novels, including Odd Girl Out and Women in the Shadows. While her work didn't explicitly feature LGBTQ+ themes by name, her nuanced portrayals of relationships between women resonated with readers who saw their struggles reflected in her characters. Although Bannon maintained a low public profile, her work subtly challenged societal expectations and created a sense of visibility for an otherwise marginalized community. Her novels became a lifeline for readers seeking affirmation of their identities during a time of pervasive discrimination. Bannon's contributions to LGBTQ+ literature and her influence on screenwriting helped pave the way for more overt representations of queer stories in Hollywood and beyond, marking her as a quiet but significant force for change. George Cukor, one of Hollywood's most acclaimed directors, was celebrated for classics like My Fair Lady and The Philadelphia Story. Known for his refined cinematic style and ability to work with strong female leads, Cukor's private life was an open secret among Hollywood elites. As a gay man in an era when homosexuality was taboo, Cukor navigated his personal and professional worlds with great care. Cukor's Beverly Hills home became a hub for exclusive gatherings, often described as the gayest parties in town, where industry insiders could socialize freely away from public scrutiny. Despite his immense success, the director faced challenges, including being replaced on Gone with the Wind, reportedly due to industry homophobia. Cukor's ability to thrive in a restrictive era while subtly challenging Hollywood norms makes his legacy a testament to resilience and artistry. He remains a symbol of quiet defiance in the face of societal pressures. Farley Granger, best known for his role in Alfred Hitchcock's Strangers on a Train, was a talented actor who brought depth to his performances. While Granger adhered to Hollywood's expectations during the height of his career, he later spoke openly about his relationships with men, including his romantic involvement with playwright Arthur Laurents. His candid memoir, Include Me Out, revealed his fluid approach to love and his refusal to label his sexuality. Despite the restrictive environment of the mid-20th century, Granger managed to live authentically later in life, becoming a vocal advocate for LGBTQ+ visibility. His willingness to share his experiences helped to illuminate the challenges faced by queer actors in Hollywood's golden age. Farley Granger's honesty and resilience remain an inspiration, showcasing the courage it took to break free from societal constraints and live openly during a transformative period for LGBTQ+ representation. Noel Coward, a legendary playwright, actor, and composer, was renowned for his sharp wit and charm, both on stage and off. Known for works like Private Lives and Blithe Spirit, Coward captivated audiences with his sophisticated humor and clever storytelling. While he never publicly addressed his sexuality, his relationships with men, including Prince George, Duke of Kent, were an open secret in elite circles. Coward's quick wit and discretion allowed him to navigate societal norms with grace, maintaining his reputation while subtly challenging conventions. His work often hinted at themes of fluidity and nonconformity, resonating with audiences who saw reflections of themselves in his characters. Noel Coward's legacy as a trailblazer in theater and film is matched by his status as a symbol of quiet resistance, proving that creativity and authenticity could thrive even in a restrictive era. Nancy Kulp, best known for her role as Miss Jane Hathaway on the Beverly Hillbillies, was a beloved character actress with a unique charm. While Kulp never publicly identified as a lesbian, her personal life and close relationships with women led many to believe she was part of the LGBTQ+ community. In a 1989 interview, Kulp subtly addressed the topic, stating that her private life was her own business, but she did not shy away from supporting LGBTQ+ rights. Her decision to maintain privacy reflected the challenges faced by queer individuals in Hollywood, particularly women, who risked career repercussions for living openly. Nancy Kulp's legacy lies in her memorable performances, and her quiet resilience in an industry that often demanded conformity. Her story highlights the struggles and triumphs of LGBTQ+ figures navigating Hollywood's golden age. Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn, the quintessential swashbuckling hero of films like The Adventures of Robin Hood and Captain Blood, was known for his dashing looks and undeniable charisma. While Flynn cultivated a reputation as a ladies' man, rumors have long suggested that his romantic escapades extended to relationships with men as well. Hollywood gossip of the era often hinted at Flynn's fluid approach to sexuality, though such speculation was never confirmed. Flynn's hedonistic lifestyle, which included wild parties and controversial behavior, added to his mystique and notoriety. His private life, shrouded in intrigue and scandal, was a constant source of fascination for fans and the media alike. Despite the whispers, Flynn's on-screen legacy as a daring and charming leading man remains unshaken. His life reflects the complexities of navigating fame and personal identity in the rigid societal norms of Hollywood's golden age. Dirk Bogarde. Dirk Bogarde, a celebrated British actor known for films like The Servant and The Night Porter, carefully guarded his private life throughout his career. While he portrayed a variety of complex and compelling characters on screen, he maintained a public image that conformed to societal expectations of the time. It wasn't until much later that it became known Bogarde had a long-term same-sex relationship with his manager, Anthony Forwood. Bogarde's choice to keep his personal life private was a reflection of the era's pervasive homophobia, which could have jeopardized his career had his sexuality been revealed. Despite this, he subtly addressed themes of identity and repression in some of his later roles, bringing authenticity to his work. Today, Bogarde is celebrated not only for his immense talent, but also for his quiet resilience in living authentically within the constraints of his time. Lorraine Hansberry. Lorraine Hansberry, the brilliant playwright behind A Raisin in the Sun, broke barriers as the first Black woman to have a play performed on Broadway. While her work focused on themes of racial and social justice, her personal life revealed another layer of complexity. Through her letters and diaries, it was later discovered that Hansberry identified as a lesbian and explored themes of LGBTQ+ identity in her private writings. Due to the oppressive societal norms of the 1950s and 1960s, Hansberry was unable to live openly as a queer woman. Nevertheless, her advocacy for equality extended to the LGBTQ+ community, and she used pseudonyms to write for publications that supported gay rights. Lorraine Hansberry's legacy as a groundbreaking artist and activist continues to inspire, showcasing her courage in addressing multiple layers of discrimination while leaving an indelible mark on American literature and theater. Laird Cregar. Laird Cregar, a gifted character actor known for his performances in The Lodger and Hangover Square, had a brief but impactful career in Hollywood. Renowned for his ability to play complex villains and morally ambiguous characters, Cregar's talent earned him critical acclaim. However, behind the scenes, he struggled with pressures to conform to societal and industry standards, both in terms of his appearance and personal life. Cregar was rumored to be gay, a fact that he carefully concealed in an era of intense homophobia. He also faced significant pressure to lose weight to fit into leading roles, which led him to undergo a drastic crash diet and medical procedures that ultimately contributed to his untimely death at the age of 31. Cregar's story is a tragic reminder of the immense pressure Hollywood placed on its stars, particularly those who defied traditional norms. His work remains a testament to his incredible talent. Libby Holman. Libby Holman, a celebrated stage actress and torch singer, captivated audiences with her sultry voice and dramatic performances in productions like The Little Show. Known for her turbulent personal life, Holman was involved in relationships with both men and women, including novelist Jane Bowles and actress Jean Eagles. Holman's life was marked by scandal, including the mysterious death of her husband, tobacco-haired Zachary Smith Reynolds, which brought her unwanted media attention. Though acquitted of any wrongdoing, the incident cast a shadow over her career. Despite the controversies, Holman continued to perform and became an advocate for civil rights later in life. Libby Holman's unapologetic embrace of her identity and relationships, even in a restrictive era, makes her an enduring symbol of resilience and authenticity in the face of societal judgment. Clifton Webb. Clifton Webb, a versatile character actor best known for his roles in Laura and the Razor's Edge, built a reputation for his sophisticated on-screen persona. Off-screen, Webb lived a private life closely guarded from public scrutiny. While never publicly addressing his sexuality, Webb was widely rumored to have had same-sex relationships and maintained a close circle of male companions throughout his life. Webb never married, choosing instead to live with his mother, Mabel, until her death in 1960, a relationship that fueled public curiosity and further speculation about his personal life. Despite these rumors, Webb's talent and professionalism made him a beloved figure in Hollywood. Clifton Webb's ability to navigate the rigid norms of his time while remaining true to himself reflects the quiet resilience of many LGBTQ+ figures in early Hollywood, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances and understated defiance. Alla Nazimova. Alla Nazimova, a pioneering silent film actress and producer, was a trailblazer in Hollywood's early days. Known for her dramatic roles in films like Camille and Salome, she also became one of the few figures in Hollywood to live openly with female partners in her private life. Nazimova coined the term sewing circle to describe the network of queer women in the film industry who discreetly supported one another. Her relationships with women, including actress Jane Acker and writer Mercedes de Acosta, were well known in Hollywood's inner circles, but carefully kept from the public. As one of the first women to produce and finance her own films, Nazimova also pushed boundaries creatively, often exploring avant-garde and taboo themes. Nazimova's courage to live authentically in her personal life, paired with her artistic innovations, cemented her legacy as a bold figure who defied societal expectations and paved the way for others. Rainey, often hailed as the mother of the blues, was a musical powerhouse whose influence shaped the genre for decades. Known for her bold lyrics and commanding stage presence, Rainey also stood out for her unapologetic embrace of her identity. Her songs frequently included references to same-sex relationships, with lyrics that hinted at her experiences as a queer black woman. Offstage, Rainey's personal life reflected her music, as she was known to have relationships with women and lived authentically despite the societal norms of her time. Her groundbreaking work not only entertained but also challenged conventions, paving the way for future generations of LGBTQ+ artists. Rainey's fearless artistry and celebration of her identity make her a trailblazer in both the music world and the LGBTQ+ community, reminding us of the power of self-expression and authenticity in breaking barriers. The golden age of Hollywood was marked by glamour and innovation, but beneath the surface, it was an era of rigid societal expectations that left little room for authenticity, especially for LGBTQ+ individuals. Studios held immense power over stars, crafting carefully controlled public personas to align with traditional gender roles and societal norms. For many actors, this meant living double lives, concealing their true identities to preserve their careers and reputations.